Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of above drinking age, we are here live in downtown Kissimmee, beautiful downtown Kissimmee, at the Breeze Whiskey Lounge, 7 Dakin Avenue. Word. As always, you are listening to the BarCast. Make sure that you follow us on all the social media, the BarCast on Facebook, the Real BarCast on Instagram, and join the Patreon at patreon.com/the BarCast. The reason you want to make sure you join the Patreon is because we're doing some special shit right now.
Ooh-wee.
So, excuse me, just a correction, Patreon /BarCast, not the BarCast, BarCast. We are giving shit away.
Ooh-wee.
We are giving shit away right now. We are happy that you guys have shown us such love that we want to make sure that we treat you guys well. So,
yes.
First of all, we are giving t-shirts to anyone who is a current patron. If you are a current patron, you should have received the message. You get a free t-shirt from us to you with the logo so that you can show everyone, your family, your friends, people hanging out on the streets, that you love the BarCast, that you listen to the BarCast, that you think the BarCast matters.
Yes.
Also, today, at the end of the show, for those who are currently patrons,
yes,
we got something special for y'all. You want to show it to them?
Yes, I will. Ooh, listen. Booyah. This is our first gift giveaway to our paid Patreon subscribers. This is an authentic Adidas tumbler. And if you have any other Adidas glass, plastic, metal, these tops are interchangeable. So we really thought about you guys with this.
Yep. Now, this is a $35 value. Look at that. Had you joined the Patreon the last few weeks, you are getting $35 and you haven't paid almost anything. You paid $3. $3. That's all.
Win-win.
Yep. So you are getting something for nothing here. So make sure you join the Patreon at the end of the show. For those that were Patreons before we started today's show,
yes,
you guys are already in a drawing. If you want to join the drawing for our next show, make sure that between now and our next show, you become a patron as well.
Absolutely.
A paying patron.
Absolutely.
Because you can get signed too. Facts. But as much emotion as I'm showing now, it's not as much emotion as Kashmir Shaw showed the other day when he took some kid and smashed him against the wall.
Ooh-wee. And so,
wait, no. Before we go into that.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. That was my fault.
You were hyped.
I was hyped. But we are hyped, just as hyped as you know who?
Nitty. Right?
Well, yeah, Nitty's coming on too.
Yeah.
But I was just as hyped as the police officers that just saw a little BB gun and started shooting.
Ooh, the Red Rider. Yes.
So yes. Go for it. You're more into the nuances of this situation right now.
I am. But before we do that, if it's okay with everyone here.
Yes.
We're trying to do something new. This is called the BarCast. We're in a bar and we do these conversations. Cheers, by the way.
Just cheers.
We like to find regular people just like us. We have these conversations with. So this is a very good brother that we've known for a very, very, very long time. And so we want to introduce a different perspective or an idea about said topic. So we are going to talk about the topic here in just a second. But before we do, because someone was too lazy to give a third mic and another table, I am going to remove myself.
No. Since I was the lazy one, let me step out.
Okay.
I'll step out.
One of us.
I'll step out.
We will remove ourselves and we will allow our brother Nitty to come.
Nitty!
Whoop, whoop. So he's going to come up now and grab the microphone and bring the beer. Bring it. This is called the BarCast, man. You got to bring the beer. And he gets the computer and everything so he can see himself. This is so unfair. Oh, gosh.
Finally, downtown Kissimmee has welcomed Nitty Harlem at BarCast.
Absolutely.
And very, very, very appreciative of this. Thank you.
It is truly a pleasure, gang, to have this brother here. We've known him for many years. It's always great conversations with him, and he is truly an intellectual mind. So we're going to jump right into it. And this is something we'll do often. We will have just regular bar goers. So if you are in the downtown Kissimmee area on Saturday afternoon and you'd like to come be on the show, if you're here, it is quite possible you could come and give your opinions and your thoughts here as well. So just to give some backstory, and then I'm going to turn it over to our brother and let him speak his piece. I believe it was Thursday in Kissimmee, a 20-year-old young white male. You handsome devil, you. Thank you, sir. That's Sam, our bartender. The man. He loves us, by the way, and we love him.
Sam the man is back.
Yes, he is back. 20-year-old young white male was shot by Kissimmee Police Department when it was reported to 911 that there was a person carrying a rifle. And from the report given from the police chief, it turned out to be a Red Ryder BB gun. So as far as I know, reports have said he is listed critical but stable. So he was not killed in this incident. So just to give you all a synopsis of the situation, and I'm going to turn this over to my brother. We're going to give him whatever time he feels he needs. But
couple of minutes.
Seven. Listen, I'm gonna clock you. Let's give him 7 minutes, guys, and let's see how he fares with 7 minutes of talking alone.
I love it.
So you heard the story. I know you didn't know about it. I didn't know about it, but I did see the news and I saw it. Your thoughts, sir. The floor is truly yours.
All right. Well, thank you for having me on this BarCast. And first of all, I'm Nitty Harlem. I represent Harlem. But now I live downtown Kissimmee. I've been down here about 9 years, so I am Floridian right now.
Yes.
So you want to catch me and my people? We here at downtown Kissimmee Breeze, 1881, and this is what we do, man. Hang out with fellas and have a good time.
Yes.
Now the topic that I just heard literally like 5 minutes ago.
Yep.
I believe these cops is not trained right. The neighborhood I grew up in back in the 70s, yes, I am old. And
you look good though.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Pause. And that's a Harlem thing. Anyway. Anyways, cops had respect and they knew who he was, and they didn't go in shooting like the Wild Wild West.
Yes.
Now you get a call, and I get it. It's a hard job. My brother's a cop and my aunt is a cop. And I talk the same shit I'm talking to y'all. I don't trust cops. And personally, I had a bad experience growing up as a teenager with cops. So I'm double standard on certain stuff. Mm-hmm. But it's sad that somebody calls and the cop comes on the scene, which is black or white. It usually happens to black people. Mm-hmm. And they just shoot first. They don't ask questions. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're here to serve and protect anymore. Mm-hmm. So anytime somebody makes a phone call on anybody, just remember you're putting that person's life in danger. Mm-hmm. Because these cops are just coming like cowboys. Mm-hmm. They outlaws. Mm-hmm. And on that perspective, I think they need more training. I think they need to know the law before they become a cop. Because how you here to serve and protect? You can tell me if I'm wrong or right. If you don't know the law. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You got to go to law school, become a lawyer. Mm-hmm. So I could have became a cop. I don't think that would have been fair because I probably would have been a dirty cop. Mm-hmm. And I think that these people hide behind the badges and that's where their strengths come from. They were, I believe they were actually bullying in school, and now they got the power, and now they bullying us.
Fair perspective. So I can say, so you're from New York. And so you're from New York City, right? Like the
Harlem.
city.
I'm born and raised in Harlem.
So there you go. So for me, being in the South, when I heard this story, it kind of bothered me because I remember me, a young black man. When I was young, I was a young black boy then. But we walked our neighborhoods with BB guns and we shot cans. We tried our hand at hunting and things of that nature. And I can recall
had cap guns.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I can recall growing up literally from experience, never, ever, whether it be a white police officer, black or otherwise, we never worried about this type of issue. And so it's extremely sad, the world that these kids now grow up in. When you are, and let me just paint the picture a little bit more. So he was behind a shopping complex in a wooded area. And when Marcos comes back, I know we're going to argue a little bit in our pre-production meeting. We had some argument. So we're going to argue. So I don't want to give my hand too much, but for the interest of being fair to you, he was in a wooded area, right? And someone called. He wasn't around shoppers, people, or anyone. And so the police were called on someone carrying a quote rifle, unquote, in a wooded area. And a witness, a gentleman who gave his statement on the news, said it looked as if he was looking up in the trees. This is what an eyewitness said. He looked as if he was looking in the trees as if he was looking for squirrels or birds. So let's put that all into context, right? So I'm going to give you the floor. Now you have a little more context. Your thoughts, good sir.
Well, I get it. Cops that get caught, they got to come. They got to do
Sure, fair enough.
They survey. They got to check. They got to check the surrounding, make sure everything is right,
Fair enough.
But what's the protocol?
Right.
Is it, he looked like a gun, so let me shoot him?
Yeah.
So, it looked like a Walkman, let me shoot him?
Right.
It's a slingshot, let me shoot him?
Right.
Because they scared, they in fear. I get it, but
I don't get it. The Second Amendment is the Second Amendment, and everyone.
And you got your Florida's a carry a carry state, right? So 90 millions of people got their guns on.
Of course. So being fearful of a gun, I think first of all, it's the establishment creating and perpetuating a level of fear. Because if it were me, and if I saw someone carrying a gun in a wooded area, minding their business, my first instinct is not to call the police. If they're in a wooded area, minding their own business, I'm an outdoorsman. So for me,
yeah, you know that.
Probably hunting or,
And I'm glad you brought that up. You know why? Yes. Because I'm from the city.
Right.
I'm from Harlem. Dealt with Brooklyn. I dealt with Queens, and everybody running around with guns. And you know who got guns, and you know who got knives. And we're not scared. We live there.
Well, Florida.
And we're not getting shot like that unless you have beef or whatever.
Right.
And you like, they got the gun. And then if something happens, everybody running to get their strap.
Right. Well, Florida's the same way. Everybody, literally in Florida.
That's what I'm saying. We're not scared.
The police are the only ones
that are scared.
Who get to run around scared.
And they protected, bulletproof vests.
Right. And so you listen. So
we walk around our neighborhood with no bulletproof vests, right? And t-shirts, and just hanging out.
The police chief, he said that the body cam footage will be released in the spirit of transparency. I can't wait to see it because I already know what's going to be on this body cam. We're going to see a vehicle in front of a camera. Is what we're going to see, because if they held to their teachings, they're behind.
No, they got AI now, man. I don't believe all that no more.
Well, no. Hang on.
They clean it up so good. They make it look like something.
No. And that's not where I'm going. I'm keeping it strictly practical, like to the actual practical, right? So in it for me myself, doing when I won't speak of my training, but the first thing you do in a situation with a gun is you have to find cover, not concealment. Cover is an actual thing that will stop a bullet. Concealment just hides you but will not stop a bullet. So concealment would be a bush. It will not stop a bullet, but you won't see me either.
See me, yeah.
And so if you are in this gun game, and if you're in training and tactical maneuvers and such, then you know that the best place for cover is behind the motor of a vehicle. And that's for anybody. If you're in somewhere in public and if someone starts shooting, the first place you should go for is behind the engine block of a vehicle. That is your best place of cover. So the reason why I say that the can thing, because if you're going to see cameras that are at about center chest, they're probably going to be behind their engine blocks. And the camera won't show what they saw, right? It would be surveillance from surrounding businesses
or cameras, yeah.
Right, phones and such. So this notion of releasing body cam footage in the spirit of transparency is disingenuous at best, in my opinion. So, but I'll give you the floor. I will give you the last word on this, actually. And thank you for joining us, by the way.
Thank you for having me. Hopefully I'll be on
Absolutely.
more. It only took about 5 years since they got me on. I'm not going there, but anyway.
Better late than never. Better late than never.
True, right? But
that's true.
And again, I can't speak a lot on this topic because I just heard about it about 5 minutes ago. I wish I would have knew.
That's okay.
But this is just a global thing anyway, regardless.
Yes.
This ain't just yesterday. This was my best friend. I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
55. He just got killed 2 weeks ago in New Jersey, Patterson.
Sorry to hear that.
And he's a working guy. I worked with him. He was bouncing for a second job.
Mm-hmm. Trying to pay the bills.
For what I heard, he threw a guy out, and the guy waited, and to the bar closed, the restaurant closed, and shot him multiple times. And again, we live in a society that people got guns
everywhere,
and we really not scared of that.
No.
But these cops got a job to do, man. They got serve and protect.
You pay with tax
They want to
dollars.
go home too. I want to go home. My kids want to go home.
Fair.
But I think they so scared they shoot first.
Yeah.
I don't think the training is right.
I agree.
They just put anybody. We need cops. They give them here. Join this class. Pass the class. Become a cop.
4 weeks? 6 months? 4 months?
And now you're in the streets.
When you go to other countries, and don't quote me, but like the Netherlands, Sweden, their police officers are literally in school for years, multiple years. And when you look at the relation to, or the correlation rather, of police violence to citizens, when you look at those countries, it's relatively non-existent. So you're 110%
So let me ask you this.
right.
I hear this. I haven't been there, but I think Canada got a low rate of murders, and
They do.
And I think England maybe. I don't think England got guns, right?
Right. Australia, England, yeah.
And what's the murder
Well, here's
charges?
the thing.
It's late. It's not a lot.
Well, here's the thing, though. So we have to be very specific in what we're asking about. Are we asking about gun violence or violence? Because there's violence in those countries.
It's violence everywhere.
Everywhere, exactly. But this is where statistics gets very tricky, and I don't trust statistics because, well, yeah, if you
but a gun violence murder charge in Canada, twice a year maybe?
Relatively, I get your point. Relatively, yes.
And that's a place that, they got the law, that the cops, and
sure,
they respect, I guess, they people.
Sure.
Over here is just everybody, they want to be assholes. They want to, the badge and the sergeant. I'm this.
Well, I definitely think that politics has pitted people against each other. There's this group that supports the thin blue line. There are groups who, and so from the boss, we got to wrap this.
And
I'm
glad you brought that up, and I'm about to close up on this one.
Yes, sir. You have the last word.
All right. I'm glad you said cross between blue line.
Yes.
Any cops that wears a blue flag, American flag, blue gray flag on them, it's not a American flag.
Technically a crime.
It's a crime. It should be a crime.
It is.
They should not wear that. They should not be. The precincts should not allow that, and they're allowing it because we already know what it is. It's going to be racism on that, and you already know what they're going for.
Fair.
And on the last topic I'm going to bring up, which if I remember, just skip my brain.
It's okay.
But anyways,
it's all right.
I'm going to leave with that note.
Perfect.
Every cops here serve and protect. red, white, and blue flag. We live here by the Constitution.
I totally agree
red,
with
white,
that.
and blue flag.
I totally agree with that.
And if I get pulled over and anybody get pulled over by a cop that actually wearing one of those flags, I would actually think they racist.
And that's your God-given American right to believe that and to feel that. And you know what? If the establishment really gave a crap about what citizens actually thought, a lot of people feel the same way you do, and they should take note of that and take that crap down. I consider that a gang flag in my personal opinion.
Gang flag. That's another gang.
That's another gang. So
you're arresting gangbangers and for tattoos.
No, sit down real quick. Sit down. Hold on. So shout out
Marco.
That's right. Shout out. Last word. Shout out. Any social media or any way your people or shout out.
All right. Well, y'all know me. I'm Nitty Hall. I'm representing Harlem South right about now. And I'm over here downtown Kissimmee every weekend. And this is the place to be. Breeze is 1881 is the place to be on Friday night, Saturday night, every night technically. It's a good vibe.
For sure.
And
for sure.
You got good people and everybody here is mixed.
For sure.
So it ain't no white, blacks, and Puerto Ricans. Everybody love each other.
For sure. Yeah.
This is a perfect place to hang out. And you got good food and good drinks and the price is all right. And I appreciate it, my brother. And
love you, man.
My boy Cornelius.
Love you, my brother.
My boy
we
Marco.
appreciate you.
Thank you for having me on this broadcast. And maybe I'll show up again.
Absolutely.
Give me topics early and I get back into it.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, my brother. That is our brother, Nitty Harlem. I won't say his government. We know him by his government, but I ain't going to say it out of love and respect for my brother. And that is something that I love because when we do this thing,
I'm here again.
Welcome, sir. So are we breaking or you tell me what we're doing?
No, we still got 10 minutes.
Okay.
I want to give my 2 cents. The fuck I look like? Just sitting here not doing nothing?
The floor is yours. I'm so sorry.
The police were 100% justified. You are wrong.
You know that fake story I told you earlier? It could become a reality.
No, so in all seriousness, we talked about this beforehand, and we do differ somewhat. And the reason that I at least differ on this situation, okay,
you hollering in the mic,
yeah,
go DJ,
is and this is me. I'm trying to look at it from both sides. If you're a police officer and you show up, someone's carrying a rifle, and this is me believing everything the police say. Once the actual videos, hey, hold up, give me a second. Once we actually get the video recording and know what actually happened, my opinion may differ or may change.
Fair,
but based just on what Chief Broadway has said, they showed up at the scene, told the guy to put the gun down multiple times. He didn't. He apparently pointed the rifle at them and then they shot. If that's the situation, I kind of understand why he would get shot at by police. Now, if we see that once the actual video comes out that the situation differs and the gun wasn't pointed at police officers, that maybe they told him muffled to put the gun down and no normal person from that distance can hear you speaking, then
do you have earbuds in his ear?
That's a very good thing. You're starting to think like an attorney.
No,
did he have earbuds in his ear?
I'm thinking like a human being. But I'm gonna let you wrap this up, and then on the other side, our break on the other side, I'll come.
Then we get to talk about Cashmore.
Yes, we will.
I've been wanting to talk about. If you guys haven't noticed, I jumped the gun earlier. I've been wanting to talk about Cashmore for a long time, but.
Finish what you're saying.
No, that was it. I think that if Chief Broadway is being 100% forthright and honest with us, and that was the actual situation, personally, as someone that is a firm believer in the Second Amendment, I do think that they were somewhat, not fully, somewhat justified in their actions, because you have to think about like the heat of the moment, shit's getting hot, like you could die as a police officer. Like I kind of get it. But with that, this is BarCast.
I'm so mad with you right now, but let's just take this thing.
But he's mad at me for other non-related issues.
I was mad earlier for something else. Now I'm mad now for this. And on the other side,
we got like 4 minutes left. I didn't answer his phone call, and he went into his pissed off at me all day.
He did buy me a drink to calm me down, and I was calm.
He was not.
But now, after you did.
Oh, yeah, after.
And then now I hear this, which I love, by the way, because this is what this show is about. Like
differing opinions.
Absolutely.
So allowed to have them.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna come in on the other side if that's okay with you on this one.
Yeah, sure.
And then we'll
let you catch more
for sure.
So if you want to listen to us talk about substitute teachers beating kids, make sure you come in on the second half. We're going to take a quick break.
A very quick break.
Make sure that you join the Patreon so that you can be included in our next raffle. You are not able to join the Patreon now. It's been closed as of 27 minutes and 4 seconds now.
Yep.
But if you join between now and our next show, you can be joined into that group of people that are not only elites, they're obviously better than everyone else because they joined the Patreon.
Wow, no, wrong.
They are 100% better than everyone else.
As Nitty would say, pause.
Nope. I have more respect for our paying patrons than just random.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back.
Hey everyone, this episode is brought to you by our amazing patrons: Bunny Lady, John Crary, Leah Parsons, Nick Hedges, Jose Lopez, and Michael Lehman. Please go ahead and join our Patreon at patreon.com/BarCast so that you can join the league of amazing people that make this show possible. And we are back.
Yes, short break. Ish.
No, we made sure to keep it short.
We did.
5 minutes?
For y'all. It's more like 9 minutes, but it's okay.
Yeah, we kind of went over.
It's Saturday.
We apologize.
We're good. Yeah, we do apologize. It's Saturday.
We are trying to. We've heard your comments.
Yes.
And you're trying to keep it as short as possible.
And your time is very valuable.
It is.
We do not take that for granted.
Yes.
All right, so we will pick back up where we left off. Me being a free-loving American that I am.
No, I'm not, apparently.
Well, I didn't say you weren't. I'm just saying me. Where we left off at. So it was a Red Ryder BB gun. And for those of you who do not know what that is, I will educate you briefly. It is a lever action. The Red Ryder was stopped after a lever action rifle. So if you know Henry repeating arms during the American Indian Wars. I don't like the word Indian. I like Native American, but this is what it was called. So that's all I'm saying it. And then in 1899, you had Arthur Savage. So you have Savage arms. You have Marlin as well. Those are all lever action guns. If you don't know what that is.
Didn't Remington make a lever action as well?
No.
Remington ever made one?
No.
Okay.
Tell me what you know. Tell me what you know.
No, you know more than I do. That's what I'm asking.
Well, why would you ask a dumbass question?
Remington is famous for making rifles, so I thought that maybe they had made a.
So Remington's famous for bolt action rifles, but no, I don't know of any lever action Remington, and that I am no. I don't work for Remington, so if they did, hey, leave us a comment. Did Remington ever make a lever action rifle? The answer is fucking no. The answer is no. But if they did, please leave a comment. Let us know. So this is where I have an issue with this whole story. So just for those of you just joining us, I'm sure no one is just now joining us. But if you are,
Grace is still hanging out with us.
Yes.
What's up, Grace?
Grace.
She's been watching this entire time.
Grace. Hold up. So me and Grace, hold up. We have a bet on the basketball games. Yeah. I think anyway, Grace, we have in text the games that we picked. So yeah. But we have like a beer on like the Eastern and Western conferences.
East side.
So love you, Grace.
Wait, is she going for West?
No, so we picked
Oh.
so it's two teams in both. She picked one, I picked the other. We have it in text. I don't remember exactly, but I did give her a solid on one of them. I think she picked OKC. So Grace, you have a drink for me.
Gotta pick OKC.
Well, yes. So they
Who were they
won.
going against?
Minnesota. And I'll yeah.
You chose Minnesota over
Well,
OKC?
Listen,
I don't even know sports, and I would have picked OKC over Minnesota.
Well,
What's wrong with you?
well, because it's Grace. So I was giving her grace because it was fun. Listen, Grace, I love your bunches. Leave a comment
Grace
if you're
said,
watching.
"You are losing. You are losing," said Grace.
Grace, fair. But Grace, tell the God's honest truth and shame the devil. How many bets have I beat you on in this very bar, Kissimmee Breeze? Grace has gotten me beer after beer after beer on bets that I beat her on. So I knew OKC was good, but that's who she picked. So out of the spirit of friendship and sportsmanship, I did bet on Minnesota, which I really like Anthony Edwards in Minnesota. They're going to be a powerhouse. When you think of OKC now, like it took them some years. And SGA, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, he was a Canadian, by the way. He phenomenal. He won the MVP this year. Kudos to him.
Grace's answer:
What did Grace say?
2, only 2.
Yeah.
she made sure to put that only 2.
See, Grace. Listen, you know what? Hey, listen, everybody, listen, when you all watch this, whenever,
She's won 1. She did mention so you are ahead.
listen, I won more than 2, but listen, I would love to have Grace here next week.
Yes.
Our next taping. Grace, you are invited to come on the show
Come through,
for
Grace.
5 minutes or 7 or 10, whatever you're comfortable with. You are welcome to come on the show. Grace is an amazing human being. She is insane.
A patron.
She is, yes.
I keep saying patrons are better than
and-
everyone else.
Well, she's just a true sweetheart. I remember meeting her when I first moved out here years ago. And man, she had her dolphin stuff on. And man, I just gave her a hard time just for no reason. And she was completely wonderful. And so Grace is truly a young lady that has my respect and my love and my admiration. But I be winning on those drink bets, but I digress.
Okay, so go ahead and give your last 2 seconds on the whole shooting thing, and then we'll jump to Cash Russia.
Yes, we will. I will keep this concise.
He's not.
I will. It's unfortunate, man, because this could have ended much better than it did. And I think that
Hey, the guy's still alive. That's asking a lot. Whenever police are called and someone stays alive, that's asking a lot.
maybe they can't shoot well. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Fucking bunch of stormtroopers showed up, can't aim.
But
I'm going to hell. I know. Yes.
are you done?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Shout out Grace. Oh, Grace. Oh, I can't wait to see you again. Oh, I'm gonna give her a hard time when I see her. I love you. I think it's unfortunate, man. This could have ended so much better. Like, so a Red Ryder BB gun is a lever action gun. This is a cowboy gun. It's called a cowboy gun. I'm gonna go out on a whim here, right? No crime has been committed with a lever action gun in 100 years. I feel, and I'll echo what Nitty said earlier. American policing. I've always said this. The police job is to generate revenue. It's to protect businesses, but it's to generate revenue. How, if I were a cop on that scene and I saw a lever action gun, I'd tell everybody, hey man, okay, all right, pause. And I can't, actually I can, but I can't wait to see this video. Show me where verbal judo was used, which is de-escalation. Show me where you assess the situation. And the chief, this new chief, I'm going to go easy because he's new. And I know how this game works. Like, FDLE is investigating, and it's like me and my Oilers, my hockey Oilers. It's like me refereeing our game. No, follow me. I don't expect.
You said Oilers. I was like,
well, I was using a sports analogy.
Yeah.
So Grace's turn. So we'll use Grace since you're watching and you're riding me out here. It's like OKC versus Minnesota.
Michigan.
No, Minnesota.
Oh,
Minnesota. Yeah. And it's like you have players from the OKC staff being the referees. Like you can't trust. It's a conflict of interest at its core, right? And so I don't trust the FDLE. I don't trust the state investigating one of their own, right?
You need a third party. Someone that's not involved with the state.
Well, you do, but you need a third party that's bold enough to speak the truth. I personally am critical of any public servants, whoever you are. When you're paid with tax dollars, you are held to a higher standard. And so they would never hire me simply because I would hold them accountable. And a lot of people like Jerry felt the same way to some degree, but I won't put words in his mouth. He's not here to speak for himself, but from what he said, that's how this thing goes. There's no reason you should have shot somebody with a freaking lever action, anything. You have to be knowledgeable. And he said that they're not trained well. I agree. How are you a cop who carries a gun for a living and you can't identify a lever action?
That's so.
What? Give it to me.
No,
Come on.
I'm not giving it. I'm actually agreeing with you.
How can you not? Now listen. Had it been an AR-15, which is very popular, had it been that type of BB gun, okay, I will give you the benefit of the doubt. I'm a very firm, but I'm a very fair man. I'm very firm, but I'm very fair. It had it been an AR-15, AK-47 style BB gun, I would have given you every benefit of the doubt because those are modern firearms. We're talking about a gun that was created 170 years ago. A crime. In the chat, leave a message. Tell me the last time a lever action rifle was used in a crime.
Google it.
I promise you, it was well over 100 years ago. Like, you have to use common sense, and common sense is no longer common.
When was a lever action rifle?
And so for me,
last?
The problem I have is that no one is holding public servants accountable for their, I won't say bad behavior. I will not say bad behavior.
Siri just said civil fucking war.
How many years ago was it? Now, speaking of microphone, saying in microphone, what did Siri say?
That shit since the Civil War.
I know that, fool.
18 something. I didn't read it.
Over 150, I'll say 50, but 170 years ago. A lever action gun is not a gun used in a crime. There are too many modern weapons that people use, and we have history to show this. So when you pull up on a scene and you see a lever, here's the thing too. The call that the chief said, no one ever reported. And I give 911 callers a hard time because everyone accentuates the truth. Exacerbates. Yes, exaggerates the truth. From what he said, no one did that. And I have no problem with a citizen calling the police if they feel fair. No problem. But a crime was never reported. He was in a wooded area behind a shopping complex. No reports of, and if it changes that things happen differently, I have the right to change my opinion. But from what was reported, no crime was committed. Having a gun in America is not a crime.
Want to know where I don't think a crime was committed and things happened differently? In the classroom that Cashmore Shaw was in.
Bam.
May I?
Absolutely.
So, I just completely flipped the script on you guys. You
got a segue. And you're the master at it.
I'm getting very fucking good at that.
Extremely good at it. I want to be mad, but I'm not even mad because he's so good at doing the segue.
So, Cashmore Shaw. apparently, allegedly,
yeah.
took an elementary school child, slammed him against the wall, and is now no longer allowed to be a substitute teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's a little bit of nuance to this. So, to start off, let me give you some background on Cashmore. I know Cashmore.
Right.
I've known him for a long time. I don't know him like on a personal level. Like we don't hang out every day, but like every time I've seen Cashmore is like 70 some years old. He is very soft spoken.
A man of color. I'm not sure what his ethnic origin
Caribbean.
is. Okay, Caribbean. Right. A man of
He
color.
has that very Caribbean swag.
Yeah, man.
I don't think he's Jamaican, but I think he's
fair enough. I mean, I want to give context.
Booyakaying over here.
No, just hey, this is what happens, all right?
That's racist as shit. You just assume black
That
people
was
are Jamaican. What's wrong with you?
That was not racist. That was ethnic, sir.
Ethnic. Okay.
But he's a man of color.
But what? Cashmore has always been soft spoken. Has always been like the nicest little, lack of a better term, nicest old man I've ever met.
Fair.
He has done so many different things. He's been the treasurer of the state Democratic Party. He has volunteered for so many different nonprofits. He's done this, he's done that. He was like the board member of a college or something. I can't remember if it was Valencia or some other state college. He's done a plethora of things.
Public service.
A huge into public
Please put that in there.
Yes,
Public service.
Huge into public service. He's ran for office multiple times. Hasn't won, but he has ran. He was doing substitute teaching. I don't know if it was just to occupy his time or what he was doing. Why he was doing
back, right?
Yeah.
Some people really understand this ideology, this belief system of giving back. Some people do.
So Cashmore apparently took a child by the collar. Allegedly,
not
took
apparently.
allegedly took a child by the collar and slammed him against the wall. So there's a few things that I have issues with.
I have a lot of issues.
A lot. It's a lot of issues. One, I think Cashmore fucked up by basically, to an extent, admitting to it right off the bat. He should have just kept his damn mouth shut and said, no, I didn't do this, and called it a day, and then let his attorneys take care of it. Like, I feel so bad.
Well, hang on.
Walk up to his.
Can I pause you though on that one?
Yeah, go for it.
I understand what you're saying, but I disagree with you. I would not want someone in a position of public service to lie. But
You're not lying.
Well, wait.
Okay.
Wait.
I'm sorry.
If you did it, and you say you did it, but you're saying you would want them to say they didn't do it, that's clearly a lie. What I would have preferred was just allowing him exercising his Fifth Amendment right in this situation and allowing his legal team to handle it from there.
So if you say you, and I'm putting I work at a law firm hat on. If you say you didn't do it, you're not necessarily lying. You're just saying you didn't do what they are accusing you of. You could have done any other thing.
Well, I mean, I disagree.
Whatever
with you,
they're accusing you,
but I respect your perspective.
First of all,
anyway, but keep going.
Never admit to a crime. That's your first rule.
I totally understand that.
Never admit to a crime. You're better off doing what he's saying and just saying, I plead the fifth to every cop.
Yeah, but,
it comes off as douchey and cops will probably slam you to the ground, but just say.
And they should lose their jobs if they do that. But go ahead.
That's a whole other thing. Back to the last.
Right, and so now we're moving forward. Yeah. Got you.
Had he not initially admitted to the crime, I feel like he would have been in a better place.
Can we move past that though?
Yeah, no. And the reason I'm saying that is because right after that, Homeboy's mom came out on TV. First of all, with the little baby hairs.
No, stop. No.
Why?
Stop. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Listen to me.
It's the truth.
No, I respect what you're saying, but that is a mother of a child. I'm a father of a child.
I get it.
No. So I respectfully ask you not to do that about the mother. Continue though. I feel what you're saying, but we're not going to do that about parents.
Yes. So mom comes out saying that the child was a problem child. Mm-hmm. That he has gotten violent and has had
behavioral issues
in the past. Now, I guess my point is here is that if this is a child, and it's not only for Cashmore's issue, it's for teachers in general, because we kind of researched the issues that substitute teachers
Oh boy, yeah.
have been having, and not only substitute, but teachers in general.
Yes.
I don't know how teachers fucking do it. You get paid so fucking little to essentially babysit other people's children.
Yeah.
These are fucking bunch of problem children
And-
that you're dealing with.
And you're talking about like paid teachers, subs. I
Are
mean,
paid even less.
a man who, by all accounts, and I don't know him personally, I've never met him, so I reserve the right to change my opinion if other information is found out. But by all accounts, a man,
I like how you use that reservation.
absolutely. Well, you have to be fair.
Good job using it.
Got to be fair.
You use it correctly. That's fine.
Thank you, sir. A man who, by all accounts, has given his life to public service. Want me to go real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I'll make it pretty simple. It's a bad look for Osceola County School District. It's a bad look for the governor, honestly. It's bad. I won't call St. Cloud, because this happened in St. Cloud, Neptune Elementary School. So I won't call them out because they were there to do a job. And you know how much I love to criticize the police, but I cannot criticize these people in this case because they were just there to do their job.
Wait, Cashmore? Who
No. St. Cloud Police Department.
Oh, when they arrested Cashmore.
Correct. I criticized the news.
They did a fucking horrible job.
It was reported he picked the child up. I'm using words and I'm illustrating. Picked him up and he slammed him into the wall.
This is a 72-year-old man.
And if we look at the marks that were evidence, the pictures from the police department, literally, it was a
Redness on the shoulder?
On the shoulder, which would be, it would line up with, grabbing a child. That's proximity control. Now, I would have loved to know what the situation was, because I have a young daughter, my princess, and if my daughter's in school and if a child has behavioral issues, this is why we have to do private schools, Mom. I have to talk to her later about this, but I digress. If there's a child that has behavioral issues, I want every teacher to protect my daughter. And if that means proximity control, putting their hand on the shoulder of a child and relocating them from here to there, I'm okay with it. And if my daughter was a little, whatever I want to call her, a troublemaker, and if a teacher put their hands on her shoulder, no, over here, and I find out the context of my daughter was being a troublemaker, well, that's a conversation with my daughter.
I would never think that your daughter could be a little.
Oh no! Listen, she's an angel, and I'm blessed.
I do find that there are way too many children that are fucking little assholes.
Okay, but can I say this? Just let me back up real quick, and I somewhat agree with you. It's a bad look for everybody involved, except for the mother. And the reason why I stopped you, and I'm gonna say this, so
she raised the asshole.
Oh my God, no! She is a mother, and I will never fault a parent protecting their child. Now, do I agree with her? I appreciate something that she said openly. She said openly, my child, my son, has and I'm paraphrasing, allegedly, some behavioral issues. It takes a real mother to say that openly. And so this is why I'm saying everyone dropped the ball. The school dropped the ball. The district dropped the ball. When you're in a market where you're trying to attract teachers to this state, and no longer the beaches and the sunshine does it because the pay is so low, and you have these types of issues, it's a bad look. That's why it looks bad on the governor, because he has tried to, like
attract teachers by giving them higher pays,
exactly,
and all that pensions and all that
but
stuff.
Why would someone want to come here in a situation that could have been handled in-house. Listen, this could have been handled in-house. The mother said, I know my son has some behavioral issues. Let's get him the help he needs. Let's take this opportunity to address every issue and let's get him the help that he needs. The sub, if they want to call him in and say, hey, this is our policy. But we read the policy, by the way. And so there were a list of physical things that would have to be seen on the body of a child to label it
abuse.
And it was a list of things, lacerations, contusions, and things of that nature.
Like the entire list was basically, you got to beat the fuck out this child.
Literally. These were, and this is where I say, but Osceola School District dropped the ball because the picture that was published, right, for everyone to see, the picture that was published did not meet the very definition of what the Osceola County School Board deemed
abuse.
As abuse. Come on, man. Stop playing with us today.
You have to remember this had happened, and I don't think it was necessarily the school board that fucked up. Again,
they should have stepped in.
Hold on. I think it was the news that saw an opportunity to jump in and make a news art because they saw Cashmore. They saw Cashmore as a vulnerable victim that people knew in town, that they could basically say, you know what, this person, people know him, so if we put him on the news, people will watch our station. And then they just blew this fucking thing.
The reason why, okay, I understand and I respect what you're saying. The reason why I say the school board dropped, they messed up.
They didn't react correctly.
Well, here's the thing, Marcos. You have literally in English a definition of the very charge that he was charged with.
And they have an entire legal team that dropped I agree with you. They dropped the ball. It did not help that, again, Cashmore admitted to it.
He didn't admit to child abuse.
So there's a few.
He might have admitted to.
I'm almost positive that Cashmore is possibly, and I don't know this for a fact, but I'm knowing Cashmore, and knowing that Cashmore is a hardcore Democrat. I'm sure that he's part of the teachers union if he's a substitute teacher.
Okay, all right.
So I'm sure that the teachers union dropped the ball here by not telling Cashmore to shut the fuck up. Cashmore dropped the ball by not shutting the fuck up. The school board dropped the ball by not telling Cashmore to shut the fuck up, or by reacting properly.
Listen, man, I'm going to disagree with you on this one, and respectfully. And I'm not being funny, I'm being real. I have a young daughter who is in this public school system. Very high likelihood she won't be here much longer, but she's here now. And I don't know, maybe she will be, right? I don't know.
Where your zone schools are much nicer than
they're not, but that's neither here nor there. What I'm saying is I am a parent of a young child, of a girl, by the way, which I am cynical. I am over my baby. What I'm saying is, you say he should have shut up. No, I want my daughter's teachers to say the truth.
Well, I'm saying it from
Stop it. Pause.
Go for it.
Look, please let me finish.
Yes.
I want my daughter's teachers to say the truth. I'm a parent, and my daughter's mother. We're real parents. If my daughter was wrong, and if a teacher put his hand on her shoulder to keep her from getting in the face of, say, another boy or girl, I support 100% support our teachers. And we have always raised our daughter, and I will always raise my baby. When you're in school, you respect them.
So that works in a situation where it's a child, the parents, and let's say the principal and teacher that are involved. As soon as you get law enforcement and the legal system involved, that's where I'm saying you got to shut the fuck up.
I understand that.
If it was, let's say, it happened to your daughter.
Sure.
And they pull you in and they ask you, okay, this happened, this, and the third. Of course, you want the teacher to tell his story and tell you exactly what happened.
Of course.
But as soon as law enforcement got involved, Cashmore should have shut the fuck up.
Well, the mother, and it was reported, the mother was not going.
She wasn't, because she knew she had a problem child.
Right. She was not. And
She reported it.
And so for me, and this is the last thing I'm saying, and I'm done with this conversation. This is how you know for a fact the governor's office, the state, the district, the school, administration, teachers union, everybody dropped the ball. This was a mother. And another reason too, this is why I also didn't allow you to continue on about this mother. And I understand what you're saying, and fair enough. She was honest. The mother was honest. The substitute teacher was honest. She was not going, it was reported, she was not going to press or make this an issue, right? And then I guess things changed. I don't know what changed, but things changed.
Money changed.
I don't know what changed, but things changed, right?
I don't think she's being honest.
Fair. Okay. Right. Go ahead.
So in this specific situation, and I don't, like I mentioned, I don't know. I don't
Sure.
think that she's being honest. I think that originally she saw that her child is a little shit child, and this is me just talking shit. I don't know what the facts are on this, and we won't know unless a court case happens. Which I don't think a court case will happen based on what I'm saying. I think that in this situation, mom knows that she has a problem child, that she raised a shit child, and I don't mean to insult you as a parent, but I do think that there are parents that raise shit children.
Hold up, MFer. Insult me as a parent?
No, that's what I'm saying.
I was going to hop across this table and get you.
I'm not insulting you as a parent, because I know that I've known you long enough to know that your daughter, she says, yes, sir, yes, ma'am.
She's an angel.
Yeah. She is
an
well behaved.
We're blessed.
But not everyone is like you.
Yes.
And I am actually aspiring that once I have my child to be a little bit like you.
Ah, thank you, brother. Thank you.
But I know that not everyone has those same aspirations.
Absolutely.
Criminals are not always just mental issues. Sometimes it's because they have shit parents.
Fair.
And in this situation, I really think that we have a situation where you have a shit parent that raised a shit child, that created a shit situation, that now puts somebody in shit.
Wow. I respect your opinion. I'm not going to say you're necessarily wrong, but I will disagree with you. I think from what the very short thing we saw in this is the mother. Let's just assume for a moment, right? And I don't know. Let's just assume she's a single mother. It's hard to get by for anybody these days, right? One thing about her that I really appreciated, and I will say this till the cows come home, she was honest. She said it.
Honesty gets you so far. And here's the thing, the whole thing about single mothers and all this stuff, I understand. Mm-hmm. It's a tough situation.
No, I'm just guessing. I don't know if she is or if she isn't. And if she ever watches this I do not know, ma'am, and I'm not trying to. I'm trying to help the argument here, but I don't know if she is single or not. I don't know that.
Me personally, and this is me alone. This is my personal opinion. This has nothing to do with the BarCast.
None of it. Zero.
I do not trust we are trying to have children.
Absolutely.
Me and my wife.
Yeah, you and your wife. Yeah.
When we have children,
yes,
I am hoping and praying that I can put them through private school with extracurricular activities so they have that social environment and everything.
Right.
I don't want my child to be around other people's shit children. There are way too many shitty children, and I see way too many videos. I see way too many problems. There is constantly it's not even the children sometimes. Sometimes it's just a fucking person that just, decides to shoot the place up. There are way too many problems happening in public schools for me to trust the government with my pride and joy. I want my child to be safe. I want my child to be properly educated, which in my mind, proper education means that they can actually do reading, writing, and arithmetic, which public schools, half these fucking kids can't even do that. And I need my child to have a fucking base. I need them to be able to go out once they turn a specific age, whether it be 18, 21, whatever it may be, and be able to live a satisfactory life. Once I'm gone, I want them to make sure that they can fend for themselves. And I find that public schools, as they are now, do a fucking shit job of all of that. They are the worst. All you do is raise a bunch of fucking delinquents that are just fucking smashing other kids' heads into the ground. The bunch of teachers are fucking ratchet as shit. Don't even know what the fuck they're teaching. You have a fucking bunch of administrators that are just, they'll have no idea what the fuck is going on in their school. You have school boards that are just there because you know what? They get a good ass paycheck. Like, fuck the entire system. I don't want my children anywhere near that system. And this is why I'm trying to convince my wife to only have 2 rather than 6. Because if we have 6, they're going to public school and they're going to be fucking delinquents just like the rest of them.
You know what, man? Give me about a minute.
And then we'll end it off. Go for it.
All right. Well, I just started. Bam. As a parent, I mean, and I know you all are aspiring to have children. And as long as you name one after me, we're good.
Fuck no.
I can tell you.
Cornelius is an ugly ass name, motherfucker.
That's royalty. But anyway.
Okay. So is Marcus Aurelius.
Shh. You're cutting into my minute. I'm gonna get.
Okay. We're starting now. Okay. 23.
And go. All right. As a parent of a young child, I totally understand what you're saying. But when you have children, you'll realize, and you don't have to agree with me. This shit will change. Your opinions will change. Yep. My daughter, I always thought like you. My daughter's traveled the world. My daughter's a dual citizen. My daughter's had a passport when she was 6 months old. My daughter's literally traveled the world, bro. Like, her mother and I believe giving her a life that we never had, experiencing different cultures and people, will make her better. To combat these environments that you speak of the, what you were saying. I do like the fact that she is encountering kids at different, financial, emotional, religious, and different levels. I like that because when she comes home, these are conversations to be had. Sometimes it reflects in her behavior at home. And these are conversations to be had to raise our daughter, to make her human being. It sounds all good, but when you have the first baby, trust me, you will realize.
I know.
Trust me, it's going to change because we're to give our daughter exactly what you said. But when I see her love and her heart for those children in less fortunate situation, and her heart is so big, she loves people. Like, why would I take her out of something that she excels at? Just loving people. And my daughter's taught me how to love people. And you're the number one example, sir. So, and that's all I got to say about that. But we wish Cashmore and this whole the child, the mother, we wish.
I personally just wanted the facts to get out there, and I hope that happens.
I wish for a great resolution. Yes. I know everything that's going on, but
good luck, Cashmore.
I really feel like this was just an opportunity that could have been handled better, and it wasn't. So,
agreed. And with that, as always, make sure you join our social media.
Yes.
Facebook at the BarCast.
Yes.
What's the other one? IG at the Real BarCast, and Patreon. Patreon.com/BarCast.
Here we go. All right. I got my hat.
We got a prize that we got to give. Hold up. Let me pull out all these names.
Somebody gonna win something.
I gotta make sure that I don't drop any of these. We're doing these old school fucking papers and shit.
He want to do some like algorithm computer crap. I'm like, no. We keep it old school. All right. So the paid Patreon members.
I had to count them. I have 24 people.
So this is the hat.
Okay. Let's see who's winning.
All right, you pick it out and call them out. Here we go. You will win this amazing.
We got one piece of paper here.
One piece.
And the winner.
No, well, you get to drum roll, please. No, you have to say drum roll, please.
Okay, drum roll, please. The winner of the Adidas tumbler valued at $35 is. Get the fuck out of here.
Me?
No, you don't pay us, please. Shut the fuck up.
Who?
I'll let you announce it. This is fucking crazy. Who is it?
Oh my gosh. Listen, you know what?
Mama T, you got a tumbler.
Grace V. You
She
are
said
the winner.
She had not asked. Give me another name. Pull another name because I need to prove to people that there are other.
Okay, right.
There are other names in
Oh,
here.
there are, yeah.
There are other names
my
in here.
God.
Look, there are other names.
Oh, wow.
I just pulled John C.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can see that.
Ooh.
John C. There are other names in here.
Yes.
This was not rigged. I swear
John
to you.
C. Yeah, John, yeah.
You know what? How about this? Next
Show.
grab.
Yeah.
We don't pull out anyone that won something the last show. Just to make it fair.
You know what?
They would suck if Grace won
so
two prizes in a row.
so when we have our pre-production meeting,
We'll talk about it. We'll figure
talk about it.
and we'll let you know.
You know why? Because if Grace, congratulations, this is yours. And you know what? I saw her, Grace. I saw you last weekend, and I even said, Grace looks amazing. She is just like on her workout game. So this will truly help you. I need to get on
your protein shakes right there, Grace.
Man, literally. But no, I we'll talk about it because if Grace can, for example, Grace, she won. Grace is our first winner. That is truly wild.
It's insane.
If she continues to support us, I don't see a reason why we should take her name out.
Well, it's just skipping the next one so she doesn't win twice in a row. And then the third one, then her name is back in.
Okay, fair.
That's all it is.
Well, he didn't say that,
so she can't win twice in a row.
Fair enough.
That's what it is. Okay.
I like that.
All right. That's what we'll do.
Grace!
And with that,
Grace, we will be here. Come down to Breeze.
Next week, we will give you your prize next week. Show up.
No, come down tonight. She'll be down tonight. We're not mailing this to you because we know you're local and we love you.
Come here, Grace. You're listening. She's watching right now. Grace, come here. And then with that, we will see you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace.